That's moody music right there. Feel it? Does it make you moody? This is Nerd Thug Radio. You're talking to Corey DLG right here. With me, as sometimes.
Yep.
Nico DLG.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Still with our special guest co-host today, Alston Ford.
You're welcome.
That's right. We brought in the big guns for you guys. We got rid of Captain Joey Savage, and we brought in the Alston Ford. You are listening to us on 104.5, 106.1. You can catch us on Facebook.com/NerdTugRadio. We got Instagrams. We got Twits. We got all kinds of things. Check them out. So that music right there, that was Lee Dewyze. Anybody?
Dewyze?
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 Dewyze.
The Wise.
No, Dewyze. Dewyze.
Dewyze.
Is that street slang?
That is. 2010. Anybody guess what he did?
American Idol.
Yeah, we talked about it right before we came on here. So Nico's cheating.
I can see the future.
That's right. So
Actually, that's the past.
right, yeah.
Right.
But that is actually his superpower to know the
see the
past. Yeah, any past that he's experienced, he can see.
That would be the
But
worst
not with
superpower.
perfect clarity.
Right.
That'd be a terrible superpower.
It's just called memory.
like two brothers, and one of them sees the future, the other sees
It's the past. But one of them's blind and one of them's deaf, and they can't speak to each other. Oh, see? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway.
There's something wrong with that. I don't know what it is. There's something wrong with that logic somewhere.
They got to do like the Helen Keller sign language in the hand thing because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Lee Dewyze won American Idol in 2010. And the reason that song sounds more familiar than anything else he's ever done is because that song is from The Walking Dead, season 4, which was
13.
Episode 13, which was probably about 4 years ago at this point, 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's about right.
So Lee Dewyze has an interesting story, a little bit. He won American Idol in 2010 as a singer-songwriter, and they immediately basically made him a cover artist, he felt like. You know how when you win, they have like a debut single like right away that they release for you?
Yeah.
His was a cover of U2's A Beautiful Day. And that like started out his love-hate relationship with American Idol, where basically he was like, I went through this whole process, I won this contest, and then it was like a puppet for the next.
Yeah, I want to write my own stuff.
Right. I'm a singer-songwriter, and then they're having me do covers. And so,
It's a bit insulting.
American Idol, they're very controlling of the product that they release. Kelly Clarkson famously, she says nice things, but she re-emphasizes the fact that after she left them is her happier time in music, where now she writes her own stuff and works with the people she wants to work with, et cetera, et cetera. And so Lee Dewyze is now, he's been away from American Idol for about 2-3 years now, it seems like. And now he writes music that basically gets featured on television. I mean, that's not really like his career is that he's a singer-songwriter, but the songs wind up on places like that. He's had stuff on, there were a couple other places that were listed. I didn't write them down because they weren't as good as The Walking Dead, obviously.
Yeah, that's your headliner.
It's kind of remember that Rick and Morty episode where the devil had that shop where he would sell you an item, but it came with a curse?
Right.
He sold, somebody, the principal bought the cologne, but it made him impotent.
Yeah.
The cologne would attract any woman, but it made him impotent. And so it's kind of the thing, like, I think about with something like American Idol, right? Like, if you're a singer-songwriter, like, if you're a singer and all you can do is sing and you don't care, great. Like, American Idol's for you. They're going to give you songs to sing. They're going to teach you how to dance. They're going to dress you. They're going to handle everything. You just got to show up on time. And, like, if you don't care and just want to cash the checks, like, that's the way to go, right? But if you are somebody who's, I guess we'll call them an artist, like if you're like, oh, I write
artist.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm a writer and I do this and like I sing my special songs. Like there can't be anything worse than that, right?
Right.
Like
well,
that's
I think it's more of just like I want to be heard, and it's a little bit harder when you're just like rolling around with like your indie crew for like 10 years before you get noticed by anyone.
Yeah, and they're making you sing other people's songs that they wrote and things like that.
Like there's not really. Is that a good feeling? Like, would you like? Okay, you drive race cars, so let's say someone huge came to you. Let's say Ford came to you and said, "Hey, Alston, you're a great race car driver.
That's already happened.
We want to pay you to chauffeur our CEO around slowly in traffic."
How much?
But is there a number where you would be like, "Okay, well, that's better"?
Yeah, I can be bought on almost anything. We're not going to go down this road.
Everything's got a price.
He's not an artiste of driving.
Everything has a price.
Everything has a price, but like, what if they said, okay, you can't drag race.
I would be, yeah. I mean,
you can only drive the CEO of Ford around.
Of course, that wouldn't be fun. No, I mean, you a little bit of you would die inside, probably, right?
Yeah, and you take the money, but then you're like, oh, why did I take the money? Like,
And then you look at the money and like, that's why I took the money.
right.
Yeah.
But then you have these moments all the time where you're like, was I really that unhappy without the money? Does the money make me that much happier? Like, where do you think
Yeah, but I mean, that analogy only works like if you're, I mean, like this Lee Dewyze guy, right? I mean, he wasn't really known before American Idol, so that jumped him off, and then
It was a starting point.
Yeah, it's a starting point, but right, like he wasn't really
Like no one was talking about Lee Dewyze.
definitely no one really knew who he was before that, right?
no?
Right.
So that's a little bit different because it's like, if I was driving taxis, but I really wanted to be a race car driver, and then Ford was like, "Hey, you're a really good taxi driver." But
So you're
so
trying,
far
to
as
say you're too famous to be compared to Lee Dewyze.
do you know who I am? Did you know who Lee Dewyze was before 2 days ago?
To be fair, I knew who you were from when we were 15, so it's not really.
Point proven.
Got me there.
Point proven.
I do think yes, you're right. Like there are some it doesn't apply necessarily. Like if someone came to Kelly Clarkson right now and said, "Hey, will you sing this McDonald's jingle?" She probably would do it and just take the money because she's also happy in the rest of her career.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're trying to break in and you get the devil's bargain like this,
Yeah, it's definitely
it's just a
it's
few
double-edged
years.
sword. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, you got to feel like for a while he was definitely none too pleased.
right? And then so how long do you do it, and do you resign, and do you like where do you like the first time they're like, hey, you've made 2 albums, technically you're done. Are you like, yes, I'm out of here, peace, or do you like, what's on the table for the 3rd album?
I think it depends on how much of
an
an artiste you are. How much do you want to keep doing it?
like how much are you dying inside?
Right, yeah.
So that was featured on The Walking Dead. That song was.
Yes.
Anybody been watching?
The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
I'm like a season behind now. I'm like a season 2 episodes behind.
I am a full season behind.
I'm a season or 2. I don't even know if I'm 2 seasons behind yet at this point. I haven't seen them. I stopped watching when they were about to bash that one dude's head in. Is
Oh yeah,
that
you're
2
like
seasons? Or
you're
3?
like
Yeah.
3 seasons
That's
behind.
that's
Ooh.
now 3.
Ooh.
I didn't realize. So I knew they had come back in October.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they did like a whole run.
Mhm.
They did like 12 straight weeks, and I didn't know that. So all of a sudden,
Now they're all ahead.
yeah, now they're
Like, what
talking about
happened?
like The Walking Dead's about to come back, and someone summoned, and I'm like, wait, how much did I miss? And I look at my DVR, and it's like 13 new episodes, and I'm like, holy crap! So I'm definitely behind. I did see some spoilers.
Ooh.
Um,
I had to walk out of the room anytime my parents watched Walking Dead because I'm like,
Yeah?
oh, I'm like a season behind now. So
well,
later,
this,
nerds.
this is gonna be national here in about a week, so I'm gonna spoil this for you.
No.
Yeah, got bad news. Apparently, at the end of last season, Carl got bit.
Oh yes, I did know this.
So
Because they complained about it to me.
did they? Okay.
Yeah.
That's and Carl's the kid,
The
right?
kid, yeah.
I wanted him to die 2 seasons in.
Yeah? He's
I
turned
mean,
into
maximum 2 seasons. I wish
he's
he was
turned
dead
into a little
already.
bit of a serial killer.
It's
Yeah, he was a little bit.
He turned into a little bit of a serial killer kind of
It's-
in the middle there.
It's definitely the youngest person I wished would die on a series, for sure.
What about Full House and and Michelle Tanner?
I was young at that time. I didn't want anybody to die.
You weren't mad yet?
I wasn't angry.
You weren't angry at the world yet?
Yeah. No, but like I remember watching, the first few
Yeah.
seasons. Like I was constantly like, oh, come on, man, I hope this little kid dies.
He almost dies like 3 times.
I know. I thought I had it.
They shoot out his eye at one point.
Yeah,
I
I thought
mean-
that was it, man. I thought for sure he was dead at that point.
Man, that kid who shoots him out, him and his mom get it real bad right then too.
Oh yeah.
That's when they're literally all holding hands, walking through a town full of zombies.
Oh yeah.
And the kid loses it and shoots Carl, and then the zombies tear him and his mom.
Yeah.
Anyone who hasn't watched it yet. Anyway, spoilers.
I was really into Walking Dead. Like
Yeah,
a lot of people.
everybody was.
I have a hard time with series in general.
Yeah.
I have to feel like there's an end point, right? That they were striving towards something. And like for the first few seasons, like it was everybody's dragging along because they think that they're going to go to Washington to find a cure, right?
Right. Yeah.
When that's gone,
Now what?
Now we're just hanging around.
Like now it's life.
Now it's just life. Now
Life
it's
with
just
zombies.
zombie life.
Yeah.
That's it. I need them to strive towards something. Like I need someone to say like
I need a goal.
And there may be one. I'm like 2-3
No,
seasons
there
behind.
wasn't.
It doesn't seem like
sort
there's
of-
going to be
Yeah,
one. It
there's
seems
not
like it's
really.
pretty stagnant.
They're
It's
kind of in a
just
war now.
Yeah, it's just zombie life now.
Yeah.
Like
No, it
no
is.
one's. There's no cure. Is there a cure that someone's trying to find now?
Nope. No cure. No way out.
I feel like there should be. I feel like they should dangle that in front of people. Like, hey,
Also,
maybe.
there was a guy who had a tiger.
well, I mean, you do throw tigers in there. That does help.
Yeah, I think that was to help a little bit.
That,
Also, when they're filming, it's a guy in a green suit.
never mind.
Yeah, it's like your dream job right there. You could have been the tiger in The Walking
I could have
Dead.
been the tiger.
Being a tiger.
Like, how weird is that? Like, at the catering table, and it's like, hey, Tom, how's it going? No, not so bad. Wife's real excited about the season. She thinks I'm in it. I keep telling her, I'm gonna be a tiger.
I'm just a tiger.
But anyway, she doesn't quite understand special effects. Oh, okay.
Disheartening.
Yeah, kind of a letdown. But yeah, no, I'm behind. I know Carl. I gotta think that means he's gonna die.
Well, he's trying to go to
I
college
still hope
and do
so.
something with his
Oh,
life.
like he wants.
Like he wants out of the show because he's like an actual adult now. Because he
Oh,
started the
it's
show
just
when
like
he
one
was
of
like
those.
10.
Is this one of those like Jonathan Taylor Thomas things?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I feel like he kind of enjoys acting because specifically when Walking Dead was newer, he came to a lot of events. He did a lot of fan stuff, like signings and things. And I remember at the time thinking, like, man, if this kid's not careful, this is going to be his whole life. Like, if you don't handle your career the right way, you're going to be doing that forever. Lou Ferrigno still goes to conventions and signs stuff for the Incredible Hulk from the 70s.
Yeah.
So, like, Carl better play it right.
Yeah.
And speaking of playing it right, we're going to jump out here to a break. But before I do, I'm going to tell you about my friends, Space Cadets Gaming, right there in the Woodlands on Robinson Road in Oak Ridge. Check them out. They got all kinds of games from Friday Night Magic to Dungeons & Dragons. They got Vanguard. They got Yu-Gi-Oh! They got all kinds of dice games. Star Wars Destiny. All kinds of Star Wars games as well. It's a great family-friendly experience. Get out there, and if you say hi and let them know that Nerd Thug Radio sent you, you get 10% off the top item on your purchase. That's Space Cadets Gaming in Oak Ridge, across from the Woodlands Mall. Stay with us. We'll be back, and when we come back, Austin might run for office.
Somehow